Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube, X, Instagram, all the rest. TikTok. Let's get into it. All right, so we had some bad economic data come in. Let me make sure the mic, everything's working with the mic. All right, everything seems to be working. We had bad economic data, so we're gonna see where that's gonna take us. On our 5-minute chart, let's look for a break and a retest of this liquidity box here, okay? That's what we want to look for on our 5-minute chart. Before we get started, do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risk. The owner of the channel, the traders that appear in the broadcast, and their affiliate companies are not liable for any losses inflicted in relation to its content. Once you're done reading that, go to the website down below, livespytrading.com. I'll get you sorted out. Also, another public service announcement. Make sure, this is for all the Discord members, make sure that I think they're scammers, right? There's going to be scammers. So I'm never going to ask you for any banking information. I'm never gonna tell you, hey, I have this secret thing on the side that I'm doing and you're invited. That's never gonna happen. Everything goes through the website. Everything goes through the website. I'm never gonna offer you anything special or any discount, none of that. Not in your DM, especially. So if I hit you up in the DM, you can verify if it's me, because my join date or member in the Discord, it'll say membership since. Mine will say February 5th of 2025. If it doesn't say that, it ain't me. They may try to copy my avatar or my whatever it is, but if it doesn't say that, it's not me. So make sure you're not giving out any of your data to anybody in the Discord. All right, let's get to work. Let's see what they, so I believe that, yeah, economic report came out at 8:30. And then we see some downward pressure. We see a break of the 5, a retest, and maybe a reject. Let's see what they want to do here. I have a key level marked out at 81.77. We have the 5 at 83.62. So I think the data that came out was pretty bad. I think it was a miss on all accounts. So, but here's, the market lately, they've been getting, okay, hold on, let's see what they do at the 5. The market's been getting bad economic data, and it's been just shrugging it off or ignoring it. So I think the earnings report from the companies are keeping it propped up. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. All right, let's see what they want to do at the 5. Inside here, there's nothing really to do. Let's see if they make 83 or 83. I want to say 83.30. I want to see if they make 83.30 some type of support. I want to see if they do this. I could do that better. Let's see if we get this. So yeah, it'll be a break and retest of the 5. 30 for some reason and sticking out. 83.30 sticking out to me, so Let's see what we got. So on our 5-minute chart, any downside, we got to look for this. Okay? It has to do this. All right, tested the 5. Oh wait, here we go. Okay. All right, let's see how far 8330 is going to take us. It's right at the 5 now, so if I just slide this over a bit, it would look like that. 8330 was right here. Yeah, this was sticking out to me. So we'll see what they do at the 5. All right, if we get back above 8470, we're gonna look for a we're gonna look for this. We need to look for a pullback and continuation. That's what we need to look for. So we have to be patient and wait for that. Can everyone hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. People have been having issues with the audio for some reason. I can see my screen lighting up saying that I'm talking. Maybe you need to update, Alvaro. Maybe your volume's down. Maybe you got it on mute. Take it off mute. So I'm still interested to see if they do something at 8330. I might be trying to be a little too specific here, but for some reason it just in my mind. Okay, I'm gonna do a AI chat GPT asking the question why are some members not getting audio and some are. Remind me to do that. I gotta remember to do that. All right, so they went back to right about 8330. Let's see what they do at 8330. Okay. So from 83.30 to, this is already 84.38. That's already over a point. That's already over a point. We'll let it go and see what happens. It's right at the 5, so this is sketchy territory, especially when you know we have bad economic news, right? So everyone has a bearish bias, I'm willing to bet. We see rejection wick, rejection wick. There it is. Look, 83.30. Can we call this one a win already? Can we call this one a win? Yeah, I think we're gonna have to call it a win. That's actually too perfect. That's only too perfect. Look at the money. There it is. Look at that. This is perfection. This is perfection. There it is. There it is. All right, if we're gonna look for any downside, well, I know some of you have a bearish bias. We're gonna test to see blue here for any downside, if there is any downside. For now, we're still in this magenta until we're not. Look at this 83.30. 83.30 all the way to 85. This is a 2-point win right here. This is a 2-point winner. 2-point winner early in the morning. This is very specific information. Very specific. I mean, gosh, dang. I'm almost impressed. I'm almost impressed. That's incredible. So now you should be, if you took this flexion point here, you need to start, don't be greedy now. Okay, let's see if they make 84.70 support if you're looking for an entry. But, you know, we don't want to buy at the top, right? So we want to see some significant drawdown before we want to see the liquidity grab. Let's see if they want to continue up. Either they're going to stay in magenta, they're going to come back and retest, let's say 84.34, somewhere around here, you know, around this area right here, and then continue. But again, the downside, any you know, for sure underneath 83.93, we're going to be looking the opposite way. No, you know what? 83.08, we're going to be looking the opposite way. But if you think you're going to find better, more accurate call outs than this right here, it's not a thing. Doesn't exist. Does not exist. You're welcome. You are welcome. Parlor tricks, folks. Just parlor tricks. Let me clean up the chart just a bit. Let me stop glazing myself. That's a new term. Glazing. I heard about it on the interwebs. But I mean, this is you're not going to get any better than this. Now we all have that bearish bias, so you got to work through your own bias here, right? You have to instead of relying on charts, you're relying on your bias. Well, this should happen. They know exactly what you're thinking. I'm not saying it's not going to be bearish for the rest of the day. What I am saying is let the charts tell us. We need to stop trying to get ahead of it. We need to stop trying to get ahead of it. The charts will tell you. I will tell you. Because even my bias is wrong all the time. I got chopped up yesterday with bias. All right, I'm going to take this one away because this one is irrelevant. So before any puts, first we need to get below the 5. That's number one. Okay? So we're not even going to think about puts until below the 5 moving average. And then if we get below 83.83, we're going to start to look for it, okay? We're going to look for this. So if you're very interested in puts, we have to follow this path. It must go something like this. And if you're looking for some type of quote unquote safety, you know where it is, okay? If you're looking for safety and you're playing the game before 81.81 or, you know, somewhere down here, that's on you. If you're in here playing the game, you're taking the risk. This is what it is. If you're not willing to wait that long, then log out now. Log out now and save your money. If you, and I'm saying, if you have a bearish bias, if you're only looking for puts because we had that bad economic data and you're not willing to wait that long and you're playing the game inside here, you need to figure out your life. What is it? 84. That's 3 points away. Market should be moving, so we'll see. Opening drive happened. If you missed the move, you missed the move. Now we don't FOMO into anything, right? Opening drive happened. If it goes ugly all day like how it was yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised. So we want to test to see if it's going to be, I didn't really get that much time. Let's just wait. Let's wait. Let's wait a little bit. Let's wait on the blue. because I'm being a little preemptive there. Maybe a little too much. Maybe a little too much because I was hyped up on this one. I'm like, oh snap. But either way, we need to get below the 5 before we're even looking at puts. Don't even look at them and get your finger away from it until we're below the 5. Okay, we might use blue. We might use blue, but we're still at the 5, so don't just be patient here. We gotta be patient. If anything, paper trade today. Today's a good day to learn. A good day to learn. You could see, okay, because the patterns and the setups, they're pretty much always, not always gonna be the same, but we got a very high likelihood of it being very similar patterns, right? So everything's based off of probabilities. So once you need that experience to know where the probability is, or excuse me, you need experience to know what the numbers of the probability, right? So last time I saw this setup, I was successful this percentage. Last time I saw this setup, I was wrong. And it's gonna take time and experience to get there. So let them figure out what they want to do at the 5, because look, all day yesterday they just hung around the 5 in annoying fashion. So we're contending with two separate ideas here, right? We see a strong push up, but we know we have bad economic data. So now we just need to wait to see which direction. If you're in here, there's nothing to do. I know this is a wide range and some people want to make money real quick. I'm showing you the probabilities. I'm showing you the possible setups. Let's be patient today. There's no need to throw away money. Just be patient. The more time that goes by, the easier it's gonna get. I promise. It's gonna get easier with more time. All right, let's see if it's going to be build in magenta and break this teal. You see the engulfing candles. We see the environment we're in. Look at every candle's an engulfing candle. Not every day is a trading day. Not every day is made for retail traders like us. So understand your environment. Knowing when not to trade is very important. Knowing when not to trade. Very important. We're right here dancing on the 5. I don't like this. Because again, our bias is telling us we just had bad economic data. This thing should be tanking right now. But look what they're doing, right? Our bias is irrelevant. The charts will tell us. The charts will tell us. Just let what needs to happen, happen. It'll be very clear. It'll be obvious. It will be obvious. But the only thing we're gonna have to worry about is the engulfing candle condition. You see how volatile it is. If your stop is too tight, you're gonna get stopped out immediately. Yeah, they're hesitating right here on the 5. I'm here, just being quiet. Just being quiet. Because I know we all, well, probably a lot of us have a bearish bias. Because that bad report came out. But we've had bad reports recently and it did the exact opposite. So today may be no different. All right, let's see what happens on the break of this purple and teal. Let's look at the 5. We need more data. We need more data. All right, just don't overstay your welcome on the break of this purple, okay? High of day is at 85.36. Okay. All right, they're going to test high day, or I say 85.39. Okay, high day tested, so adjust your stop. If you took the purple, let's see. Purple was from 84.41 to 85.47. This is one full point again. One full point, right? Another winner. Another winner. Bang. I told you, your puts, we got to be somewhere here. We have to be somewhere here for puts. Until then, let the charts tell us. Look at this. Look at that. Whoa, whoa, right to the 20. Oh my goodness. Adjust your stops. Chase this. You better chase this. You better chase this. better chase this. It's why we don't let the bias tell us anything. The charts will tell us. Watch, let me show you. You better chase this. Don't let this money go. Wow. I announced it right before it happened. If you're taking the break of this purple, the high of day is up here, right? The high of day was at 85.39, something like that. All right, don't get greedy here. We're at the 20. Don't get greedy. Let me clean up the chart. I'm gonna clean it up really quick. Wow, wow, wow. Hold on, I need to... Puts are going to be underneath the 5 still. Nothing's changed. Just cleaning up the chart. I hope you chase that. I really hope you chase that. I hope y'all chase that. Okay. This is why we go off the charts. Don't worry about your bias, my bias. No one's bias matters. The charts will tell us everything we need to know, right? Break a purple, break a purple. Easy. And we also had confluence on that one. We had confluence. It wasn't just because there was confluence. Look exactly when it happened. Look what happened exactly when it happened. There's no accident here. Look, if you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to livespytrading.com. I'll get you sorted. I will get you sorted. Yesterday we got chopped up. I said, don't worry about that. You can't let that affect you, okay? Don't worry about all that. Because every day is a different day. But before we continue, do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risk. The owner of the channel, the traders that appear in the broadcast, and their affiliate companies are not liable for losses inflicted in relation to its content. Once you get done with that, go to that website down there. You're going to be fine. Also, because I'm having an issue with scammers, we're going to have to... this is why we can't have nice things. And here, look for... We're going to look to see if we form a shoulder right here. But it's above the 5, so be careful above the 5. We need to get a shoulder underneath the 5. Look, we want to see this. We need this. And this. We want to see if this is going to happen right here, okay? So just be patient. Now, don't start FOMOing now. Don't do it, because you're gonna be laying down face first in fart pillows. Don't start FOMOing now. Allow the setup, right? If the setup is below here, let it be below here if you're waiting for puts. If you don't have that type of risk appetite, you better know what type of trader you are. Know what type of trader you are. Don't try to trade like somebody else. If it doesn't look good to you, then there's no reason to be in the trade. Bottom line. So it's still gonna be. Let's do the break of this teal right here. I told you, you better chase this. Don't expect just because you see this that it's gonna have continuation. That you see a big momentum candle. You have to chase it because it came up to the 20. And look, if it did continue, my bad. My bad. But the point is that we're at key level, right? And it's all about probabilities. We know what happens at key level. I know ain't nobody trying to survive this drawdown. I know that for sure. I know that. So let's let what needs to happen, happen. And also, again, we're gonna have to do away with the free trial because we can't have nice things because people abuse it, and that's not fair to everybody else. So yeah, I'm gonna work something out. We're gonna have to get rid of the free trial. There's gonna have to be. If you don't see by now that this is very valuable information that I'm giving you, then it's not for you anyway, and I'm not losing much. Now I understand you're making an investment in yourself and you want to do research into your investment. There are plenty of videos that I have put out every single day for the most part. Many videos, live streams. That is your research. There's nothing more that you're gonna get in the live in the free session that hasn't already been on full display every single day. So it's actually not necessary. It's doing more harm than good. So if you're interested in joining, you're gonna have to know. You're gonna have to know if you want to join or not. It's gonna cost $150. You'll be all right. And if 150 is too much, then you shouldn't be in. If you're on your last dime and something like that, or your last ditch effort, this is not for you either. I don't want anyone in here this is their last hope, something like that. They're on their last penny. Don't do it. I'm telling you. I have a conscience, and I know this takes time. But you know, a couple pieces of change isn't worth selling someone false hopes and dreams. It's not worth it to me. And it's only going to be false hopes and dreams because you can't sustain the amount of time that it takes to become profitable. Because it's going to happen eventually. It's math. If you follow everything I'm telling you to do, I have a whole lesson planned out. If you jump in and you never look at the lessons, that's a shame on you. Because how would you know when I'm calling out the setups? You have to you have to at least do that amount. You got to do that amount. There's nothing to do until we get underneath the 5. And then look, I already have it marked out. Now, is it possible for puts it could dump from here? Sure. But why don't we use our setups first? For any more push up, we want to look for a break and retest of the 20. Okay? So if this is the 20, it needs to be like this. And then you see the volatility, it's got to be significant. It's got to be very significant. I think I put somewhere in the Discord. If you missed the opening drive, don't FOMO now. Don't FOMO now because it's not going to be pretty after that. Now's not the time to start thinking, oh, okay, look at this. I could have got a quick buck here. Now's not the time for that. That ship has sailed. When I said 83.30 is very interesting to me. I want to see if they come back and test it. And that happened. And then you see this wick. This was already, or we also had this purple. We also had this purple, which I announced. All right, if they break this purple, let's see if they get up to the high a day, right? It was all announced. If you missed all that, now's not the time to start trying to be a hero. Who can survive in this? And keep in mind, I'm willing to bet a lot of people thought, you know, there was a bearish bias. And it may happen, but it didn't happen now. Didn't happen now. I try to make it very clear. There's gonna be an opening drive. There's gonna be an opening drive. I identified damn near to the penny. Like, I don't think I can be any better than this. I don't think I can be any better than this. I'm gonna have to put that in the video clip. I'm gonna have to put that in the video because I was very clear at exactly what price. Very clear. And I kept saying, you know what? I don't know what it is. It's just something's telling me that this is the thing right here. This is it right here. Sometimes, you know, I get those ideas. I'm just gonna take this one away because that was preempted. Now I'm gonna hold on to this blue. This blue is interesting to me. Look, I'm telling you, the opening drive happened. That was it. If we get a setup, you know where it is for puts. It has to be below the 5, first of all. In between the 5 and the 20, there's nothing to do here. Let me clean up the chart. There's nothing to do here in between the 5 and the 20. Unless you know something I don't, and you can predict what's going to happen in here. Otherwise, oh my God. But if you missed this, you hesitated because you're biased, don't worry. We do this every day. You didn't miss a thing. You didn't miss anything. I'm telling you, you didn't miss anything. This was an extra. Look at this candle. I gotta know how much is 85. 4 points in one candle. Wow. All right, are you glad I told you to chase it now? I told you, chase this candle. Chase it. Don't let this go. You better chase this candle. That's why. This is why. Okay. See what they got. It'll be very interesting if the 5 and this heel meet up. That'll be very interesting. Wow. Sensational. Okay, look. There's going to be an inception of liquidity boxes here. Oh, jeez. Make this one, I don't know, like that. So be careful in here, okay? You gotta be careful in here. At minimum, we want to get below this liquidity box here on the 5. So look, in between the 5 and the 20, don't get involved. There's nothing to do in here. Unless you know something I don't. Unless you know something I don't, then you need to share with the rest of the class. Why are you being stingy? Okay, I'm still here. I'm just being quiet. Look at this volatility. Look at this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, double lick box. I mean today alone, the whole day, it seems, if you didn't take that, here, let me read it. Let me read it. What did I write? I think I wrote it in, no, not that one. Not that one. This is what I said in the analysis. If we miss the opening drive, no FOMO. That means the opening drive, right? This opening drive, if we miss it, we can't have that fear of missing out now. It's too late now. So here, look, for Discord, the answer is here. This is the answer. Nothing's changed. If you're looking for puts, it has to be down here. Nothing's changed. The call scenario was up here. Nothing's changed. But also, look, we're in between the 5 and the 20. There's nothing really to do here. So in between the 5 and the 20, damn all these, the 5 and the 20 is what matters. These can go to hell. This is what's important here, as you can see. I already identified this as well. As you can see, this is the liquidity they're bouncing in between, because we're fighting between, well, wait a minute, Nvidia has good earnings reports, yada, 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 but the economy as a whole is not doing so well. So this is the contention you're seeing. We don't have consensus among big money. We just don't have that consensus. Now, I hope no one shows up seeing like, oh man, this guy called this, and then look what happened. This is not every day. This is not normal, obviously. But inside here, nothing to do. We need a significant break and retest above what is this? Above the 20, and same thing on the bottom end. Significant break and retest. It has to be like that. Otherwise, we're just stuck in here. And if you can trade in this, then I need to join your Discord. I'm here. I'm just being quiet. I'm gonna get up and circulate blood really quick. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. All right, let me read some of these. What do you call it? Sebs. Okay, I see you, Sebs. Captain Beard, I see you. Textbook setup. Country boys, I see you. James, I see you. Cypher, I see you. And Sebs314. I see you guys. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. All right, but look. What are we doing? We're still chopping around still in between. It's hard to trade. So look, if you're new, right? And you see, oh, look at this candle, or look at this candle, and look at this candle. I could have made some money here. Here's what you don't see. Inside your brokerage, right? When you open up your brokerage and you're actually doing the trade or whatever, or you're managing your trade, inside of this candle, it's a whole bunch of movement. It's a whole bunch of movement. So if you were to, let's say it spikes up and you were to move your stop, I promise you, it went all the way back down here and then back up again within this 1 minute. Same thing here. So inside your brokerage, it's gonna look different. You're gonna see a lot more movement. It's gonna be a lot quicker than what you see, than how it's portrayed on here. Even this one right here. So you see, oh, okay, I could do that. I could do that. Sure you could. In this one candle, I promise you, the price was fluctuating like crazy inside here. So you have to really set your stops, right? So let's say you're in calls, you have to really set your stops and just be okay with the drawdown. Because if you get a late fill, and also your fills are going to be extremely high, or they're not going to get filled at all. Because if you don't have market order, they're not going to get filled at all. They're just going to keep going without you. And then when you don't want to get filled because you think, oh, okay, the play's done, it's going to come back and grab that order, and then now you're stuck in it. And if you don't have the... So I know it looks sexy right now, but in your brokerage, when you fire that brokerage up, the price is going to be going insane inside of this candle. It looks nice and clean here. Different story inside the brokerage. And this chop here, this is, you know, we had our opening drive. If you made money today, you really need to start thinking about, and look, this, of course, this is going to affect my watch hours and my view time, because I'm really trying to get that, and my viewership, of course, is going to affect it. But by me telling everyone, call it a day, call it a day. But you know, this, I'm obviously on here to help people, and helping people sometimes is, you know, is telling them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Your real friends tell you what you need to hear. If they keep telling you what you want to hear all the time, that's probably not a friend. So I'm telling you what you need to hear. I put it in the Discord early this morning, before the market opened. If we miss the opening drive, don't FOMO. You didn't miss anything, because we have Monday, we have every other day. We have every other day, and we don't have to make the what, 600%. You know, we're not gonna get the six. I'm telling you, the home runs are gonna come. The home runs will come. Not every day is gonna be a home run. Sometimes they're gonna, chop around between 3 and 4 points. We'll extract something. As long as you don't over leverage, even if you take a loss, as long as you don't over leverage, we can at least live to fight another day, right? A $50 loss. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, but playing in the stock market like this is probably, it ain't that much. It ain't that much. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, because, you know, when I lose $50, it hurts. Like actual $50, not contract, you know, because I do multiple contracts. Even when I lose actual $50, it hurts. And not that it hurts my pocket, it hurts my ego. And then that ego is so strong that it'll lead you to just want to be right. I need to make this right. I need to make it right. I kind of did it yesterday, but yeah, not really. I was like, okay, I got stopped out here. I know where the money is. I try to take, you know, maybe I look at everything with a silver lining. And if it's not today, then it's definitely going to be tomorrow. Because with this strategy, it's very hard to be wrong twice in a row. Very hard. But you got to stick with it, right? We can't FOMO into everything. There's nothing to do in here. Like I'm saying, there's really nothing to do. If you're not willing to wait until a significant push up above the 20 and then a retracement back down to the 20 and a push off, if you're not willing to wait till a significant push below the 5, a retrace back to the 5 and then the push, if you're not willing to wait for that, then you're gambling money. And I don't like the risky gambly type stuff. I am very risk averse. Very, you know, it may not seem like it because we day trade, but this is true. I've just come up with a formula to where I know where the risk is. I've identified the risk and I identified how much money I'm willing to bet on a play. Sometimes, you know, normally I do maybe about 10 contracts or something like that. Sometimes if it's gonna hit, maybe 30 contracts, something like that, 40. But it depends. Normally I'm probably around 10. I'm probably comfortable with 10. And a lot of that extra contract is ego. Because if I get stopped out, then I'm like, okay, well, I know where the money is, and then I'll double up. I'm not recommending you do that. I recommend we go level by level, contract by contract, trade by trade. And eventually, when you build that portfolio, that account to a certain level, once you start doing the multiple contract stuff, you're gonna see you're gonna see the growth. But it takes time to get there, and it's worth the wait. I'm telling you, it's worth the wait. You have me giving you. I mean, I can't get any more perfect. I literally, I can't. There's nothing I can do to be any more perfect than today. And I'm not saying I'm Mr. Perfect. I'm saying today. Today was that day, right? Yesterday, look at yesterday. Yesterday was tough. Yesterday was tough. Yesterday was tough. And, you know, opening drive is stuck between this now. So I'm being a good friend, and I'm telling you all, if you sit here trying to do this all day, you're going to wreck your account. Now, if you want to sit here and paper trade and do that, okay, that's fine. But if you're playing with real money, you know, you still have your bias, and you're like, no, I think it's gonna go down. We had bad economic news. Then okay, here we are. Don't say no one told you. We can live to fight another day. You don't always have to be in every single leg of every single move. That's not a thing. At some point, because we can't be greedy. We can't be greedy. Let me check on the Discord. The lick box is gonna get you banned. What? What? Top. That's a crazy comment. That is a crazy comment. But I see. Fair play. Fair play. You know what? I'm too immature for that. I'm too immature for that joke. That's funny. Okay, still chopping around in here. Everyone wants to hang around and chop around. Okay, we'll hang and chop. We'll hang and chop. The way I see it, in an hour, we did all the work we needed to do. And today's Friday, right? Yeah, today's Friday. You can go enjoy that. Leave on the win. Leave with the victory on your back. I don't know what this self-destruction is. Everyone just, or you feel like, man, I missed that move. I missed that move. That's probably what you feel. I missed it, and I want to get it. I want to get a part of something. This is not how it works. We can't have this attitude. This is how you wreck your account. I know because I've done it. I've done it so many times. Okay. I'm here. I'm just being quiet. I don't have anything to say. I have nothing to say. Remarkably, I talk a lot. I talk too much. So we're probably still looking for this thing right here, okay? it may be just ugly. It may be an ugly, ugly way to get there. But honestly, in between here, I don't think there's anything really to do in here. And if you're new, this is not typical, okay? This is not typical. Don't think like, oh snap, I found the infinite money glitch. That's not this. This takes time. This takes a little studying, a little on your part. Look, no one can trade in here. If someone is, good on them. If someone's trading inside here, good on you. Because there's really nothing to do in here. Okay, here we go. Does anyone know any good conspiracy theories? I like those. No conspiracy theories? I like conspiracy theories. Okay, did we land on the moon? Did we land on the moon? Because at first I was like, of course we did. That would have to be such a big lie, and people can't hold on to lies like that. And then I was like, wait a minute. And now I'm like, wait, yeah. How could we lie like that? That can't be a lie. Antarctica. What's up with Antarctica? What, is it not real? Don't tell me Antarctica's not real. What the heck? Oh, the ice wall. Alien bases. What? Alien bases in Antarctica? No, I'm pretty sure people go to Antarctica. There's been explorers going there. Okay, that's an interesting one. UFO. So wait, does everyone believe in are we all believing in aliens now? Is that a thing? Just everyone's like, yep, they're real. Oh, they don't allow cameras. Okay. On a side note, I think we're just in this teal. I think we're just in this teal. So this teal is, look at this wide range of teal. So it looks like we might be chopping from top to bottom in teal. Yesterday we chopped in between green, right? Top to bottom. It looks like teal, and teal is a very, it's not a very aggressive angle. So this one could be extremely annoying. But anyways. So we all believe in aliens all of a sudden. Even though we have no proof, everyone just believes it. Clone facility. Antarctica is a clone facility. There's plenty of proof of aliens? I never seen one. The only thing that interests me, it was a while back, I forgot what year, but these kids in Vegas, they called the cops saying, hey, there's some aliens in my backyard. That was the only thing that was interesting to me. Because like at the same time, a cop had a video cam, or his, what is it? Like the cop cam, the body cam. And it showed some crazy shit going on, falling out of the sky. That was interesting to me, but the Vegas one, yeah, look that up. These two kids in Vegas, they're like, there's an alien. They call the police. There's an alien in my backyard. Easy, don't get me canceled. Antarctica volcanoes. Life below the ice. Okay, now we're getting crazy. Now we're getting crazy. And also, this price action is crazy. There's nothing to do in here. I hope everyone sees it, but we'll keep going. What proof do we have of aliens? I mean, proof. Like, what's the proof? Because my question is going to be, well, how do we know it's not our technology? And then you're going to say, because, like, how do you know that we don't have that, is what I'm saying, I guess. Okay, too much. I got you. Too much to type. Pyramids. What's the conspiracy around the pyramids? They're an optical illusion? We're seeded by an alien race. Seeded? The aliens planted their seed in you? Damn, Top. You need to talk to somebody about that. Oh, aliens built the pyramids. Okay, here's a question. If aliens came from God knows where, all the way here, do you think they're really out there building anything? They're like, all right, pass the hammer. Get me that chisel. Or are you saying they like use their wizardry? We're the zoo? Wow. All right, hold on. Let me look at this. Okay, let's see what we got. Damn, I can't even really. I could try to put this purple. I was late on this, my bad. It's talking too much. I think it likes this teal though. I think we're okay inside the teal. I think the teal is solid. So is it possible that they're just throwing aliens out there to distract everybody? Like, hey, look at this. Look at this alien story. Meanwhile, AI is the threat. I think AI is the big threat here. I'm not worried about aliens. If they wanted to do something, they would have already done it. AI, within a few years, has already taken away, I don't even know how many jobs. Because before, it used to be, you know, maybe 10, 15 years ago, if you're a coder, computer programmer, network security, something like that, you had it made. And now, they don't need those jobs anymore. Worthless. Worthless degrees. People still paying $250,000 for these degrees. Worthless. I did watch the congressional hearing. I think Paulina Luna, Anna Paulina Luna, I think she's talking about all that stuff. But again, they need to show me something. I don't want to hear. I'm tired of all the. I need to see it. Put that UFO on a chain and walk it around so everyone could see it. Otherwise, it doesn't mean much. Yeah, this teal is, they're holding up in teal. I'd be interested to see if a break, a retest, and a reject of this teal would get us to the 20. I was late on this, by the way. My bad. I was talking too much. I was late on this purple. But it would be risky to take the purple, right? Because you see what's happening. You'd have to be really quick on it. Really quick. He's gonna release everything they have on what? The files or? Look at everyone's bias, just bad economic data, they grab liquidity, shot it right back up. I'm telling you, this is, none of this is real. It can't be real. How? The economy's doing horrible, let's shoot the stock market up. All right. Hold on, wait, I didn't get the answer. They're gonna release what? The alien stuff or the other stuff that I don't want to say on here? Oh, okay, got it. When? What are they waiting for? Here's how I see it. It's our money. It's the taxpayer money. Why are they like holding out on? They wouldn't have even been able to afford the investigation without us. It's the taxpayer money. They wouldn't be able to afford to pay anybody or their facilities. It all comes from taxpayer money. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of the government not giving us the information that we already paid for. Here, thanks for your money. We got this information and you can't know about it. What? How does that work? And then we all just go along with it. Okay, they know better than we do. They know better than we do. Or, you know, it's too heavy for the public to handle. What? Get out of here. Actually, that may not be too far off because we got some soft-ass people now. Cry about everything. Everything they want to cry about. Every goddamn thing. Cry. Yeah, it's funny how we don't have money for certain things, but when it comes to that war, oh, we'll find the money. We'll find it. One of my properties got destroyed in the hurricane. Not destroyed, but you know, got messed up in the hurricane. FEMA gave me not a dime. Not a dime. And I contribute. I contribute to. I like to think I contribute to the society because I provide housing for the public. Because that's the deal that the government makes with the people. Since the government isn't going to take the responsibility of housing everyone, we allow the market to do that, right? So certain people take certain risks to house the public, or else we'd have a whole bunch of government housing. So we don't. So we have people doing that. I decided to be one of those people. And then, man, hurricane hit, bad news, everything had to come from out of my pocket. However, the government somehow finds the money to send to wars the war for what? What are we even fighting about? But the average citizen needs help? You're not a bank. You're not a major financial institution. You don't get the help. So if you took the break and retested this teal, you got to protect this trade because you're coming up to the 20. All right, we're testing the 20 again. Remember, for any calls, it has to be a significant push. It can't just be a wick or something like that. It has to be a significant push. You know, it's gonna have to be a whole movement and then a retrace. And if it breaks and just shoots up, my bad. My bad, but I'm trying to tell you what's an ideal setup would be. I'm here, just being quiet. I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert at 85.85. Ooh, 85.85. That was a major level yesterday, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and set the alert here. If you took the break and retest and reject of this teal, you got to protect this trade, right? Start adjusting your stop. And if you're in the Discord and you're trying to scam, hopefully you can see that you're probably better off just paying your 150. Hopefully you see you're better off just paying your 150 than because trying to scam, well, you know, there's a lot of moral implications there, but it's also going to be way harder. It's probably easier, pay that 150 and make it back in a second. It's probably easier, and then we can do it again and again and again. You get a whole month. Scamming, that's the hard way. Why? I'm showing you the easy way. So there's no reason to scam in here. You're not fooling anybody. I'm going to put it out again. I'm going to put a screenshot of what my actual numbers are as far as the date that I joined the Discord, which is February 5th, 2025. If it doesn't say that, it ain't me. Spending all this time trying to scam and scheme instead of just doing it the right way. I know it's boring, and maybe you think you got some leg up in the scam game or something like that, and this is boring. I get it. But at least it's consistent. At least it's consistent. And you can check the consistency through my record. It's all live. It's all done live. But scamming, and then you're gonna have to deal with your creator after that. After this, you're gonna have to deal with your creator. It's like, man, why'd you try to scam all these people? And you're gonna say, because I had a hard life. Welcome to the club. Because hard life, that's everyone. That's relative, right? Everyone can say that. Here, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. To the person that just DM'd me, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I put one screenshot in the chat, and I'm gonna put another one directly to you. So you could also use that metric too. Yeah, that's a good metric you can use. Whenever I joined actual Discord, that's a very specific number. Use that one as well. But now you see both of them side by side. If you don't see those numbers, it ain't me. Even though they may copy the what do you call it? They're gonna copy my avatar and all this. If it's not those numbers, it ain't me. Because when it did happen, it was so good it confused me. I'm like, wait, what? But you know that their name was off by like a period. They added in a period at the end of the name, and if you didn't catch it, you know, your eye would gloss right over it. But yeah, they had copied everything, and then they were, hold on, let me see something. So yeah, they copied everything, and I was even confused. I'm like, wait, how? But then I figured it out. And it's funny. As soon as I said that this morning, someone left. Someone left ASAP. I said that this morning, and they were in there too. They were in the chat too. As soon as I said it, they left. And this is why we can't have nice things. So when they try to message you, you know how I talk? I text the same way. Pretty much the same way. I text the same way. When you see that AI bot talking to you, how was your day today? How was your trading? Let me know how it's going for you. That's not me. That's not me. The only time I'll reach out is if there's an issue, and it won't be, how did the day go for you today? It won't be like that. Because I know how our day went. I already know, so I'm not gonna have to ask. If they bring this back down to like 87, I'm probably gonna call it. I'm not gonna sit here and do this all day. I'm not gonna do this all day. There's no reason to sit here and stare at these. If it shoots, I'm telling everyone what the play is, right? I'm telling you now. If it gets significantly above the 20, retest and rejects, buy call. If it goes significantly below the 5, retest and reject, buy put. But I don't plan on doing this all day. We spent 6 hours yesterday, 6.5. And, you know, side shot for the most part. Or I might let it run in the background and just set alerts. That's probably what I'll do. I have an alert on here. What is it? 8585. I think maybe I put it this morning because of yesterday. That's probably why. My fear was that they were going to give a good economic report, and that those numbers were going to be maybe they cooked the books on those numbers. That's what I was thinking, that it's going to come out good, but the numbers are cooked. That's what I was worried about, because then that means the crash is going to be even harder. If it does. I don't know if it is, but because again, the financials are supporting, they're saying opposite, right? So the financials of the individual equities that we invest in They're saying opposite. They're saying, hey, look, our financial health is fine. But if this wasn't a catalyst to dump the entire market all the way back down to near 600 or at least 650, then I don't know what is. This is why I don't have a bias anymore. I used to have a bias all the time. And, you know, obviously I still do sometimes because you're a human and you have opinions and you have thoughts and you try to put things together in your head. But for the most part, if you just stick to like a basic strategy, right? Like kind of like what I'm saying now, above this, cool. Below this, cool. Inside here, no thank you. And you got to be okay with not being involved because we want our probabilities of success to be high. These are the highest probabilities of success. Now, could we gamble our way and sure, that's also a thing. I just don't like gambling money. Don't like gambling money. I don't even like throwing money at the strip club. I don't. Not worth it. Let's check higher time frame. What'd I say? Okay. Here's, what is this? 8780. What is this? 8736. Okay, slightly off over here. In the short term, if you're trying to play the game in here, look for this or look for this. But again, this is the most risk. This is the risky one in here because we're in between the 5 and the 20. Now here's the issue with the break of this purple. If the, you know, because break of purple is the entry, right? Break of purple, break of purple. If it breaks purple, you got to measure risk to reward to the 20. You see how it's rejecting 20, how it's rejecting 20, rejecting the 20. So your best bet, even if it does break purple, to wait for this thing right here. It simply has to do it. And the higher up it goes, the better. The further away from the 20, the better. Now that's going to be, you may ask, well, what's high enough? What's high up? That's, I can't answer that question. I have to see it in real time. When it happens, then I'll know. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna circulate some blood. I got a bad heart. I'm gonna circulate some blood. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what we got. I'm here, just being quiet. I will spend about another maybe 45 minutes on here, so let's hope we can get something done in 45 minutes. In here, you know it's going to be shaky. So if you took the break of this teal, you got to chase this trade, okay? We're at key level now. So the break of the teal, chase the trade. call this one. There might be a secondary liquidity right here. I'm gonna erase it for now, but it might be there. I'm here, I'm just being quiet. So remember, this teal is a very soft angle. It's not an aggressive angle. So that's probably why it's producing this type of price action. All right, so look, we broke the teal and now we're in purple until we're not. If you took the teal, you survived key level, start adjusting your stop now, okay? I'm not saying to stop yourself out. You should be following your exit strategy. But what I am saying is don't get greedy. Adjust your stop. All right, let's see if this gets us to this teal right here. Let's see if we can make it to the teal. So the break, the retest, let's see if they want to reject it. If they get above 8805, look the other way. So look, we're going down currently. If we get above, what is this, 88, you know, somewhere around here, probably 8805. If we get above this, look the other way. Look to the upside. But also keep in the back of your mind, we're stuck between the 20 and the 5. So anything in here, that's on you. This is the biggest risk. So I'll mark out 8805. Let me do that. Wait, what? If the price gets above this, look the other way. So again, we're going down. So if it gets above this, then we have to look this way, which is the other way of the down. So understand what I'm saying. If we get above 8805, it's because we're looking down now. If we get above this, we got to look the other way. The other way meaning up. But the break retest, now we're going to see if we get to. All right, we're going to go ahead and call this one. Bang. Another win. Another win. Oh, let's get to the key level. Let's see if we can get down to teal. I mean, this is still over the 30 cents, I believe. Yeah, this is over 30 cents, so this is a win. If you waited for the break and retest, just don't get greedy now, okay? Your trade's protected. Protect your trade. And also, don't expect, okay, here's the big dump. I was expecting to happen all day. We can't have that. We got to go level by level. Level by level. Take the money. Follow your strategy, but take the money. Level by level. So at least let the exit strategy play out, right? At least let it play out. We know it's going to get hectic in here. We know that. All right, so exit strategy 1 still in effect. Still in effect, which technically was from up here, right? The break of this teal. We already identified teal, and I told you if you're in here, that's on you. This is the risk. It's just working now, but it is what it is. Let's see if we get down to teal, right? If we break, retest, and reject, we should be getting back down to this key level right here. Target hit. Adjust your stop. Start adjusting your stop. You survive the hard part, right? The red candle. In your brokerage, this is going to look like a red candle. Now you survive the red candle. This is the hard part. Now you can adjust, right? You can't lose. If you took the proper entry, you can't lose from here. You cannot lose from here. If you let it go against you, that's crazy. Don't do that. That'd be crazy. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, exit strategy 1 still in effect. Still in effect. Exit strategy 1. You got to be able to survive this sort of stuff. Allow what needs to happen. Still in effect. Okay? Okay. Let's see what they got. You understand now your bias has no meaning here. The charts will tell us everything we need to know. Okay? Bias, no meaning here. The charts, right? If I'm telling you that the break of this teal, that's our put entry, there's nothing more I can do. So if the 5 is on this teal right here, it may get hectic right here, right? So this is gonna have to be a significant break and retest of this teal. If they want to keep going down, it's gonna have to be significant. It's gonna have to be very obvious. When I'm saying very obvious, I mean something like this. Like, let's say the price gets down here, it needs to look like this. Very obvious. So look, we met another key level. Excuse me, Alzheimer's. We met another key level. So start adjusting your stop. I'm not saying to stop yourself out. You're gonna choose whichever exit strategy you prefer. However, we're walking through this together. We walked through this entire trade together. Everybody in the world walked through this together. I told you the break, the retest, and then the reject, right? We're still in exit strategy 1. Everything's cool. You don't have to panic. As long as you just have to let what needs to happen. When you get to the next key level, then you adjust. If you get some breathing room, then you put your stop loss to at least break even. But this was, look at this green candle right here, perfection. And then it continues. We knew it was gonna get hectic in here. So you're gonna have to be okay with this. Or you take profit on key level, and which would be exit strategy 1 complete. Exactly on key level is when exit strategy 1 was complete. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. So if we get down here, then maybe you let it run a little bit. If we get down here, you let it run. Up until then, we're going level by level. Right? So it went from this, what is this? This teal to this level. We got through it. This level to this level. We got through it. Still, mind you, in our purple. So now you need to figure out, are you the type that's going to hold through the weak bull cycle? if there is one, or are you going to take profit? This is where you need to figure out. This is where I can't help you, because everyone's going to be individual in this. Everyone's an individual. However, if we just stuck to the strategy, I mean, we didn't get 100% because 100% would have been rejection off the 20. We didn't get 100%, but we got something out of it, right? We got something out of it. But we already knew in here it's gonna get hectic. We already knew this. So if you can't survive, which me, I'm the type that I don't like the drawdown. I don't like the drawdown. I'll collect the money. I get to key level, fine. If it goes beyond, whatever. There's always another setup. I didn't miss anything. Whatever. We have to stop lusting after the wins like that, because that lust is gonna cause you to be like, you know, if you're lusting after wins like that and not being okay with taking what you get, then chances are you're the type that when you go to the strip club, you're like, I think she really likes me. I think she really likes me, and I need to save her from this lifestyle. Stop lusting after these wins. Take what we get and be okay with it. If we need to get back in, we can get back in. Now, if you're the type that can hold for dear life, then you're cut from a different cloth. Probably a tougher cloth than I am, because I just like to secure the money. Listen, sweetheart, you don't have to be doing this. You don't have to do this. Come with me. Come with me. You're fine. We don't have to be that guy or girl. We don't have to be that one. Because if they like you, then you're not going to have to pay for it. If they like you, they'll invest something back into you. That's how you'll know. Remember, if we get above, what is this? 8805, we got to start, we're going down. If we get above this, we're going to start to look the other way. So if we're currently looking this way, that's where we're currently looking, right? Because we're going down. We get above this, start to look the other way. That's what I mean by that. Now look, we're still in this purple, right? This is also a part of our exit strategy. This is all a part of it. It's all written down. So some people are key level people. Some people are when the legs cross. Some people are on the break of our channel. You gotta figure out which one you are, and once you figure that out, everything's gonna get much easier. All you need to do is just stick to the plan. That's all you really need to do. Stick to the plan, you'll be fine. Because we have the entries we don't have to worry about. The entries we don't have to worry about. It's when you stop yourself, where you stop yourself. Because even sometimes I'm willing to bet that even in a win, you can even take a win and still feel shitty about yourself. And that's not the right way to think. If you took a win, even if it's $3, be okay with that, because you made an executive decision as the CEO of your own company. So you made a decision, live with it. There's always another trade, always. If you FOMO after it and you start feeling bad about yourself after a win, this is gonna ruin your account. I'm telling you. I'm telling you from experience. And look, it's the same experience that was telling you, that told you that 8330, that's interesting to me. I want to see it retest 80. I mean, I don't know if I can be any more perfect. That same experience that told you on the break of this purple to buy calls. That same experience is telling you if you have these thoughts in your head about not being, number one, not taking profit when we should, or I'm not saying when you should, you decide when you should, but not being happy with profit is going to ruin you. Because that's greed. That's greed. There's a lot of people that can't do it, that wish they can trade places with you. We already identified it's going to get hectic in here. We already identified your safety puts are going to be somewhere underneath here, underneath the 5. We already identified this. It went right. It didn't exactly touch 85.85. It bounced right before 85.85, and it didn't even set off my alert. Wait, did it? No, it didn't. So it didn't even set off the alert. 85.85 was the alert, remember? Now, if you're looking for calls and you took the purple, don't get greedy here, right? It's always, you see the pattern happening? Do you see the pattern? There's a pattern right in front of your face. Right in front of your face. If you took calls, we're at key level. Don't get greedy. Now you adjust your stop. Your trade's protected. This play, absolutely perfect. It happened to perfection. So I'm going to just clean up the chart. This one's done. We're going to see what else they got. Now, if we form support at 88.05, we're going to look the other way. We just need to see if they're going to form support. And then the target, the 20. You can't ask for more than that, or at least high a day. So wait for this to form support if you want to go long. Actually, scratch that. Above the 20. Above the 20. Now you got to measure risk to reward here. Now you're measuring risk to reward. From here to here, you see the volatility. You can easily snap up, grab that liquidity, and snap back down. So your best bet is to wait above the 20. This is, now that we're here, I'm saying we're going to start to look the other way. Now we're focused not so much on puts. We're going to look to see our call entry, which is above the 20. That's what I'm saying. And if it just so happens to go from 88.05 all the way up and you miss it, my bad. My bad. I'm trying to show you how to be consistent. I'm trying to show you where the risk is on certain moves. So don't be mad at me. Because also, I'm not here to say buy call, buy put. I'm telling you the optimal setups. What the optimal setup is going to look like. And if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, oh well. Maybe there's another strategy where, I don't know, they're collecting literally every single dime. Maybe. But that's not this one. And I'm not offering get rich quick scheme. I'm not offering 100% wins. I'm offering consistency. That's what I'm offering. If you stick to it, you'll be consistent. Example on this one. The entry was on the break of teal. 100% from this would have been way up here. We didn't get 100%, but we got something out of it. Right? We got something. All right, so I'm going to put the win on the purple, right? We're going to put the win on the purple. Bang. Now look, I know I said we're going to look the other way above this, but you can't be up, you can't FOMO into this now. You can't FOMO into above 88.05. Don't FOMO into it now. Our criteria is, at this point, has to be the break, retest, and reject. So look, we identified the purple. Early, we identified purple. We identified purple. And this one I even said, my bad, I missed this. I didn't miss this one. I didn't miss this one. If you took this one, we're at key level. You should be adjusting your stop. Now we're about to hit the 20. You should be adjusting your stop. You see how it's always the same, not the same pattern, but you'll see the pattern. You'll see it takes time. It takes time. And understanding why to not be greedy, why to follow the strategy, whichever one it is, just follow it. It's our best bet. It's our best bet. And why do I say that? Because it works every day. If it didn't work every day, then I'll be saying something different. But we can't go any amount of time in any of the live streams or any of the end of day reports where it didn't work. We can't find it. It doesn't exist. Just don't get greedy. Understand where you are. If you got it, if you decided to take 8805, don't get greedy. That's all I got to say. I'm going to spend another 15 minutes on here, and then I'm going to call it. If you're on TikTok or YouTube, Instagram, X, whatever it is, and you seem a little confused or lost, or you didn't know that was the setup right there, you got to join the Discord. If you weren't aware where the setups were, even though I said it, even though I said it in plenty of time, but if you're still a little confused, you got to join the Discord. You got to invest in yourself. And it's not only going to be money, it's going to be time. You're going to have to take time to go through those lessons. You're going to have to take time and ask some of the OGs what if I'm live and I'm not looking at the chat and you have a question, ask them. They have purple icons. Ask them. They're trained up. They know what I'm talking about, and they'll be very clear, because they know that they're good. They know what I'm saying. And another thing, if the break of purple didn't work here, they're not all gonna work. It doesn't, they don't all work. Let me just say that. So it's important you don't over leverage. Today we had, an amazing day. Today was, not gonna say easy, but kinda. Yesterday, difficult. Yesterday was difficult. I got chopped up myself. I mean, we still came out green, but I still got chopped. And I announced it to everybody. I made a rookie mistake and bought at the top. But the price was showing me something. So I was like, okay, but what I didn't do was over leverage. That's what I'm also a cheap bastard. So I didn't over leverage, and I'm a cheap bastard. So if it didn't work, okay, I'll take my little $10 or what was it, $15 loss, fine. Now for me, I'm dealing with more than one contract, so it's not actually $15. All right, now we got back to key level. So start adjusting your stop, okay? Now you adjust your stop. I told you, if we get above 8805, look the other way. We were going down, 8805, look the other way. Now we're at key level. You need to figure out your life. If you're hoping for the big spike up for the break, fine. But otherwise, we're at key level. Same thing down here. I'm giving you that same warning or whatever you want to call it. I'm telling you, giving you the information you need. Everything's happened perfect so far. Everything. Literally everything today has been perfect. Yesterday, not so much. Yesterday was rough. But then we have days like today. That's why I would tell you guys, don't allow the day, a bad day, to affect. Try. I know it's hard, right? It's like telling someone, don't be depressed. Everything's cool. And they're like, cool story, bro. If it was just that easy. I know, I get it. But I think what'll help is if you consider this more as a business instead of taking it personal. If you keep it business minded and business oriented, it's a lot easier. The emotions aren't gonna affect you as much. It's a lot easier. When you start to take it personally and emotionally and you revenge trade and you don't wait for the next setup and you let the next candle, the next green candle be like, oh, I knew it was a call. I knew it was a put. That, you can't do that. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. There's no consistency in that. And if you're having trouble with entries and exits, I have a whole video on that. If you're having trouble identifying thin liquidity versus deep structure, I have a whole video on that, which this is actually played out perfect. This actually played out perfect for that video. Okay, I'm gonna hang out another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it. Maybe 10 minutes. I'll hang out for a little bit, and then I'm gonna call it. I already told you what the setups are, okay? Your safety, quote unquote safety, above this 20, below the 5. If you can't wait for that, I don't know what to tell you. Throw away money then. Throw away money. And if you're gonna throw away money, you might as well at least invest some of it into some education into this. If you can't see what's happening right in front of your face, if you don't understand, like we called everything, minus this one. I missed this one. I'll be honest. This one I missed. Red flag. This one I missed because I was talking. I talked too much. I missed this one. My bad. But all the other ones hit. All of them. And this bolt was absolute perfection. And I warned everyone, don't get greedy here. Exit strategy 1. Right? But this takes time. This takes time. You're not going to join the Discord and start printing crazy because and it's not because the strategy doesn't work. It's because the emotion gets involved. You're going to see a big red candle and think, oh, damn it. I done messed up again. We all do it. We all go through it. Once you get over that, that's when you're going to be profitable with this. Once you can get over that, and that takes time, that's an individual journey you're going to have to figure out. I can't figure that out for you. I can guide, how we guided through this one. I can guide you through it, when we're doing it. I'm guiding you through it, right? This I can do. But you actually don't really need me to guide you through it because it's already in the lessons. So it's already in the lessons. Everything I'm saying is already in the lessons. You got to take some time. You got to take some money and take some time. You probably spent a whole bunch of money on strippers. You probably spent a whole bunch of money on beer. The devil's grass. You probably spent a whole bunch of money on that. And then now when it comes to something that's positive for you, you're hesitant. That's insane. That is insane. Even though you have the proof right in front of your face. Granted, I did miss this one. My bad. I was talking too much. We're talking about conspiracy theories. I should... Okay, I'm actually going to take this time. I'm going to do some admin. Give me a moment. I'm going to borrow this chart. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna hang out for literally 2 minutes and then I'm gonna call it. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to the website, livespytrading.com. I'll get you sorted. But remember, do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risk. The owner of the channel, the traders that appear in the broadcast, and affiliate companies are not liable for any losses inflicted in relation to its content. Once you're done reading and absorbing that, go to the website down below, livespytrading.com. It's way easier in the Discord. I know you guys are probably posting little wins in on the live. It's way easier in the Discord. I'm telling you. It's not even a matter of if it is. It's for sure. It's not a matter of if you're going to be profitable. It's for sure. It's just going to take time. You're going to have to invest in yourself. Okay? So this has been my time. It's been a pleasure. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, who else? X is so many. I don't know. Too many for me. I'm old. But it's been a pleasure. If you're interested in joining, go to the website down below, livespytrading.com. Goodbye.